Okay, I think we did it. Perfect. Hey, anybody there? Okay, see a few people on. Perfect, thank you. And I have some changes. I changed the hair. We had a work party and I saw my hair before and I thought I looked like a beatnik. So I thought I was a hairdresser before, so I kind of need to look like a hairdresser again. I just wanted to update the look. So it'll probably go back to the way it was, but I cut it off and I wear it curly because I have natural curl, or I can straighten it. So I could do either one. So I wanted to share a few things. Back there is a Bigfoot. And this lady on Etsy does Bigfoot drawings for people. And so I asked her if she would do a Bigfoot in a kind of just in a on a lotus flower, kind of a Buddha Zen. I think we called it a Zen Bigfoot. And so she did it for me, and it was awesome. She did a great job. So I am excited about that. So how is everybody doing? I hope you're doing good. We're starting early today because I have some things I need to get to today. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about this book. And I really delved into it a little bit deeper, and I hit some really prominent points that I think would be pertinent to you guys. But as always, I like to do my cards first. So I hope you guys can hear me because I have my little microphone on again. So hopefully that you can hear me. So I drew a few cards, and I like to do these cards just to start off with. And so the first one is the Ant card. And the Ant card is time to collaborate. And that's kind of what I'm going to talk about to you today is the community that we have. We're going to collaborate. And you need to collaborate with not only friends and family, but with your spiritual family too. So we are going to work today on communicating and collaborating together. Because as I've been told before, the people that are here for a reason. And you have been either drawn to this channel or whatever the things that have been coming out as I am a vessel, that you are drawn here for a reason. And I think the reason is that we are working together to become better people, become awakened, understanding, and understanding that we are people that can accept love. And the love that we will receive is not only here on earth, but it is also from our guides, the spirits, archangels, God, Jesus, everything. So we are worthy of love. So we have the Ant card, and then these two fell out, so I'm going to cover them. And this is James von Prague, who is a psychic medium. He does have a deck, so I'm going to use this deck. And the Forgiveness card came out, which I love orange, as if you can tell. I do love orange. The Forgiveness card, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And then we have one more card, which is Surrender, which also has some of that orange to it. And I can release my needs to control. So I think this is huge, that so many of us want to control situations, choices maybe our children are taking, things around us, spouses, friends, and sometimes we just can't control it. Sometimes we have to give it to our guides, our angels, and say, take this from me. I can't do it. And so sometimes I think we'll get the best results is if we let God, Spirit, angels know that we give up control. It's in their hands. They know what they're doing. we don't know what we're doing because we're learning as we go. So sometimes we have to give up the control. Okay, so now I want to get into this book, and this is The Missionaries of Light. And I picked out some real prominent things about this book that hopefully we can just do on this session. So bear with me as I look through things in my notes. So a couple poignant things that are food for thought for you, I wanted to give you. And the first thing was moral behavior determines the history of a human being. So your moral behavior determines your history of you. So this comes from the heavenly realms. Then it goes a little bit deeper into it. Anger, hate, envy, egotism, intolerance would be part of your diagnosis. The body holds incalculable reserve, but cannot endure year after year of maltreatment. So this is deep. This one little paragraph is deep. That we have to be so concerned about ourselves and our choices that because our body can't take, and they called it maltreatment year after year, that's where we get disease. Our body starts breaking down from the inside out. And so consider those words. And if you have to listen to this over and over and over again, consider that. Good morning, Petri. So also, mental creation is almost everything in life. Our mental creation is almost everything in life. And this one I thought was really funny because consider this when you go to work. People who complain have no time for smiling. Think about that one. So in this book, this man has written 16 books. So these 16 books didn't come from him. They came from channeling. They're thick books. He spent his whole life channeling. Now, if you go to the movie that I gave you before, the Astral Heaven, is from a condensed version of some of his books. There's a man that passed away, and he was a doctor. And he went to the astral plane, which is almost like what you would call the spirit world. And they talked about mediums on Earth in this film, and that people will receive comfort, knowledge about families that have passed on through people that have been accepting the call of mediumship. And I think I'm one. There's several. But also what he talks about, which this book is actually for me, if you are a medium or you want to be a medium, bring in your psychic intuitive, that you have to keep yourself clean. And how long have I been saying that? That you have to keep yourself clean so you can absorb the higher energy, the higher evolvement. I know, but I like my gray streak. So I know. Now it really looks like her, huh? So they talk about different parts of the city. Everything's organized. Everything has a meaning. It's so organized. And Ministry of Elevation and Divine Union is part of the spirit world when we go there. Some of us will bypass there because we'll just go up, which I don't know who knows. But a lot of us will just go to the spirit world to repair. And I believe the spirit world is to repair, to understand, and to use the energy that's in your soul for others, for yourself. Um, there is a reason and a sense for everything. Our life on earth is just a stage. So, as I'm saying about this, this place, the spirit world, I'll just call it the spirit world, they also have a ministry of communication and a ministry of assistance. So, the ministry of communication was very interesting in this film, that they actually had, when you were able to attain a certain elevation and understanding when you go to the spirit world, that you're able to um, watch your loved ones and you're able to communicate with them. What was very interesting too, that I thought was very interesting in this film, is that you would be able to see those that pray for you after your passing. So here you are in the spirit world, and like this doctor didn't get really any prayers for him. None of his family prayed because he was atheist. He didn't believe in God. And so it really meant something to the people that crossed over, that someone prayed for them and they could actually see and hear that prayer. So keep that in your consciousness, that even when you pray for a person, that it is recorded and documented, and that person can see it on the other side at certain times of their attunement. Also, it said that all merits are achieved through work. And I like to work. Sometimes I don't like to work, but I like to work because I like to get paid. So, also in the spirit world, there's work, and that's how you achieve these merits, they call it. And these merits are accumulated, and then you have more opportunity, I guess you could say. And I think that's through organization. And work can be anything. Like this doctor just started cleaning up, and he gained great merits for just being a caretaker, because what it meant was this doctor was losing his ego. So he did what he thought a nurse should do or a janitor should do, that he was doing it. And so he gained great merits because he just felt he needed to work and do something. And so he didn't have what it took to do a healing, because the healing were through hands and energy, because he wasn't there yet. But so he started cleaning up. Well, he got great merits for that, which was very interesting. And it says, like, listen to this, because I put this as the title. When a worker is ready, the service will appear. And I put, when a light worker is ready, the service will appear. The service will appear. And I thought that was great. So, one thing, lose control. Lose the control. The second thing is keep going, keep understanding, and things will appear on your path that they wish for you to do. And sometimes I think we miss that, and sometimes I think then it will come back around to us until we get it. Oh, I want to do this first. Okay. Hopefully that's okay. You guys can hear me okay, right? I hope so. Oh, good. I'm glad you said I'm the improved person of Cruella de Vil, because she wasn't very nice. She wasn't very nice. Yes, you can hear me. Okay, perfect. Okay, let me keep going then. So then they talked about an ocean. Okay, this is super cool. Then they talked about an ocean of invisible matter that surrounds the earth. So they were saying that the spirit world is not far from earth. We can't see it. And so they called it an ocean of invisible matter surrounding the earth. Many invisible cities hover over the earth, and that's where you go for your spirit world. So it's not far away. It's not like dimensions away. It's not far away. It is over the earth. It's close. The potential of the mind um, and the humane need. Let's see, the potential of the mind. They were talking about the great potential of the mind. And so basically that's everything up in the spirit world is the potential of the mind, the potential of the spirit. Humane need, sorry, I can't even read my own writing. Humans need some spirituality in some form. So they were basically saying that they don't care what kind of spirituality that you have upon this earth, but humans need some sort of spirituality in some form. When the heart speaks, God speaks for us. Remember, the past cannot be changed. And I thought that was really prominent because have you ever thought of that? That the past can't be changed. It's there. It is. It happened. And now what are you going to do with it? So now what are you going to do with it? And that's where we are working on, is we're moving through the past because it can't be changed. You can't undo it, but you can repair from it and reevaluate from it. Mysteries are the path followed by the heart and soul. Okay, now I want to delve into some of this book. So that came from the film. That was really pretty cool. Let's see. So let's see. This chapter is exerting an influence. So spiritualism is our comfort. In light of such truth, our commitments are very extensive. It is not without reason that the Lord has placed in our hands the sublime torch of faith. Suffering people weep all around us, and the ignorant stray onto the boardwalk path of evil. The tools for our work come to us from heaven. We must work hard to render ourselves faithful co-workers of the new revolution. As I recognize the characteristics of gratitude and praise in the conversation, I expressed my sincere admiration and praise the faithfulness of the center co-workers. So now he's talking about, this man is talking about seeing all the people working in the spirit world. He called them the co-workers. They showed themselves to be fervent in their faith, trusting in their future, interested in extending the divine benefits on the behalf of the pain and the needs of others. So I think that's where I come in when I do readings, is I think it's kind of where I can give you insight on lifting yourself up. I kind of can give you an inkling of your path. And because we all have pain in us, there's pain in life without woes and pain and bad things happening. It's what you do with that, how you can rise above it, and then how you can help others with it. Next one. Now he talks about this is very interesting. Now these are through conversations, so I'm breaking them up, so I hope you understand. As a slave to necessary limitations, the physical human being cannot go so far. However, due to the pressures of the struggles to which the spirit has been called, the physical brain is an apparatus of reduced potential, and it depends a great deal on enlightenment of its owner regarding the retention of certain divine blessings. Nevertheless, I must add that the benefits remain in the memory of everyone of goodwill, even if during their waking state they are unsure of their origin. It is true that they cannot recall the details that's of heaven, past life sometimes, but they will retain the essence. Many times have I talked about the essence, feeling reinvigorated in the way they cannot explain, not only enabling them to recommence the daily struggle of their physical body, but also to benefit their neighbor and to successfully combat their own imperfections. Through their thoughts, they become clearer, their sentiments more uplifted, and their prayers more respectful and productive, thereby enriching their daily observations and endeavors. Okay. Now, this one I thought was really interesting because it talks about Christianity. Because basically, in this film, they really didn't talk about one church, not even of God, really, but of just healing and a sense of understanding, and basically reprogramming you from what you thought was true on earth. I hope that makes sense. So then they talk. The first visible institution of Christianity was Simon Peter humble home in Carpanium. One of the Lord's first manifestations in the presence of people was the multiplication of family joys at a wedding party, which we know that story, in the comforts of a home. Jesus often visited the homes of confessed sinners, switched on new lights in their hearts. And I thought that was really a great way to say, because we have the Gospels, but there's so much more that Jesus did that is either recorded by hand in small towns, but he did visit homes and he did visit sinners, which we all are, and he switched on new lights in their hearts. And I thought that was pretty cool. The last meeting with the disciples took place in a home. The first center of Christian service in Jerusalem was in a simple house of Peter, by then an unshakable bastion of new faith. Unless people adhere to the beliefs that lies within them, every religious expression is reduced to a mere outward ritual. So I guess that's kind of bringing in faith, belief, and service all in those sentences. We know that choice we know that choice in any type of constructive endeavors does not exclude quality. If people do not bring high quality to the divine work, they should under no circumstance expect the distinction of being chosen. We can infer, therefore, that God calls all his children to cooperate in his magnificent work, but it is only the devout, the persistent, the hardworking, and the faithful who build eternal qualities that make them worthy of great deeds. And by realizing that these qualities are the fruit of our own making, we must never forget that divine choice starts with each other's own efforts. That was really profound. And I think that I wanted to just do one more out of this book. And you know that I guess I'm Christian. I just believe in Christ. I go to church once in a while, but sometimes going to organized religion, I don't know if it's because I was raised Mormon, kind of has a bad taste in my mouth. Because I don't want a man to tell me what I should do, believe, say, need, give. I just want God to do that. And I like going to church because I like being around all the people. But I also feel like I should have choice. And I feel like if each person can bring God and Jesus into their own hearts, become better people, become better service through themselves, I really feel that is great. I do understand the community of church. I do understand the need of church because everybody's at different levels, and maybe I'm just at a different level or with what I've gone through. So just take that food for thought. Everybody's different, so just take that food for thought. It says we owe Jesus Christ all our thanks. He is a divine he is a divine how would I say this? Mouthpiece between the Father and us, and put it that way. Let us thank our Master for his blessings, lessons, and tasks. The spirit of gratitude of the Lord makes life more joyous and renders the work of fragile servants worthwhile, good and the truth, and filling us with the courage of faith. Strengthened by his enlightened words, the student did not dare express any words stemming from the unbridled emotion. We were all lifted into the position of serenity and dignity. Because you have to realize that we derive from that. And I guess it depends what you believe. We derive from a higher energy source. We are here, you are here for a reason. We are here to attain a type of perfection, a goal, and I think, to attain, maybe to overcome something that we've gone through in our past life too. So I wanted to do something a little bit different too. I did some spontaneous writing, and so I'm going to read that, even though, as you can tell, my reading isn't that great because I'm dyslexic. And so sometimes words get away from me. So bear with me as I read because of that. Okay, so this is what I wrote that I felt Spirit wanted me to tell you today. Here we are, a new voice to the cause. While you listen, do you really hear? Will this time be retained in your thoughts? Bring into your aura these words. It is a travesty of wonders that more are not coming to listen, to understand, to grow. We are not here to judge, but to be a voice. We will personally bless those that are in attendance. They know who you are, and they know you're here. That their minds may be accelerated to the divine glory which they seek. Blessing of health, true health, changing of their DNA elements of healing, clean out injustices and pain, clear it from them so their choices will be manifested in the highest energy and vibration. Be courageous all your days, and we will then meet you at the gate of glory of the highest of high. We will come to you in the night hours and input magical energy into your human bodies. Be the receptacles of this gift. Desire your personal choices as you will now have new sight within you. And these around you will notice, and those around you will notice something different is around you. We bless you. We love you. So that's for you, that they know who you are and they are going to take care of you and do whatever needs to happen. And so maybe before you go to bed tonight, just pray and maybe say it out loud if you can, in the bathroom, if your family's around, and just ask for certain needs. And they're going to be around you tonight because they told me so. So awesome. Okay, and I wanted to do something because I know you guys have seen my rods before, and these are mini rods, and I don't. My spirits don't like them because they can't touch me, so I have to bring them back. A ghost hunter lady makes these, and they spin. I have no control of them, so just so you can see that. And these are mini ones, and so I know several of you have purchased these rods from me on my store. So, and I thought something was interesting. This guy communicated with me. Oh, I can't remember his name because it was a while ago. And he goes, I asked my rods if everything you say and who you are is true. And I said, well, what did they say? And he said, yeah. They said, yeah. And I go, okay, good. Because I think I'm true. I'm trying to give everybody as fluent, inspired information that I receive. And you have to understand too that I'm imperfect. And so I have doubt. I thought, especially when I give readings sometimes, I thought, well, I can't tell them that. I don't even know them. That is awful personal. And so then I just give it to them. And then I figure I have to give it to you straight. And so and then people will usually message me back going, yeah. And I go, yeah, really? And so it's really pretty cool. So I do have to trust myself more, trust what's given to me more. And I love seeing people excel. And I think that's something where you can get rid of your ego is by enjoying more other people succeeding. Because I get jazzed because I could stay right here and have you guys go up here. That would make me so excited. That would make me so excited. So I'm going to just go through, just going to ask really quickly. So can I ask you a question? So, you know, my cross is a yes. So is everything that we said what you desired me to say? And this book by Chico Xavier, yes, he's a channeler. Yes, this man, I don't know if he's still alive, but, and I think he's from Bosnia. I think he's from Bosnia because the film is not in English. You have to read the subtitles, which is better because you get the verbiage, the full verbiage of it. Um, and this man was something special. And I just think it was so cool in this film that they brought in mediums because, you know, in religion and they are so fearful of people that have sight and know things. And it's in the spirit world that they can bring down information to those who are in tune. And I just thought that was great that they talked about someone and like they talked about this man saying, so I'm going to sign so and so to this man, and I want you to give this beautiful information that you're writing. So all your writings, I want to have you give to this man. And they did. And this man's written 16 books of what this one spirit has come to him. So I know there's many channelers, people that channel certain people that are great. This man lived very modestly. And I don't know why I get attracted to people that live modestly than people that are a big corporation through their channeling. Um, I I will go to this man before I will go to someone that has 1 million subscribers on YouTube because of their channeling, and then you have to pay for 5 ads, and they ask for donations and buy all this stuff. So, I mean, I get it, but use your own brain. Use your own brain on what you feel is right and good, because I believe humbleness, and you can't not have ego when you grow that big. And that's why I'm glad that my channel is small, because want to get, I don't want my channel to get big. I just want you guys. If I could have a handful of you guys, that is worth all the money in the world to me, because we are, and I'm feeling it. And I'm feeling it because you guys come back all the time, that we're we're creating a community, and we're creating where your energy and all your energy helps me, and it's kind of like we're flowing in a circle. And I think it's super cool. And I like to get to know all of you. I have a couple of you that email me, and we've talked about different things and things like that. And when I do your readings, I love it because I get to know you, and I have a forever friend when I do a reading. Every time I do a reading on a person, I feel like we're friends forever now. We're bonded. We have a bond. And I don't know if every medium or channeler feels that way, um, but I just really feel a great bond. And I know there, as we may not meet here on this earth, but we will for sure let you know we'll meet up there. So, and I think that's cool. And then we'll hug and we'll have a good time, and we'll maybe drink coffee and like sit and watch the birds. And I think it'll just be cool. And then it would be nice if this channel grew a little bit more, and that we could do like a meeting place where we all can meet together, and do a little conference, and I could do channeling sessions. I've always wanted to do channeling sessions in front of people, and where you could ask me questions through, and then the spirit will relay the questions to you. I thought that would be super cool. And I that's a goal that I have, to do that one day. And I was going to start it here, but then COVID hit. So I still may start it here in Idaho, and then go from there. So I think that'd be cool. So let me see what you guys are saying. Let's see. So Petrie's here. Hi, Harold. I don't know if I've met you, Harold. You're new. But thank you for not saying I look like Cruella de Vil. Well, kind of, you said I kind of do, but this gray streak, I actually grew it out for a reason too, because my birth father had a gray streak right there, and so I feel like that's a direct link between me and my birth father, because we both have the same gray streak. And so I've colored it for years, and I decided to grow it out. And I just don't know. I just kind of feel closer to him with it. So anyway, because that's a part of me. It's part of my history. And Ashley and Hidden Existence. Hi. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I just want you to know. And I know I did a reading. I've only done a few readings from people at work, because not everybody knows what I do, because I work in the medical field. But this job kind of has gotten more interested in what I do. And my last job, I worked for a group of ENT doctors, and the management, her and I became kind of close. We'd have lunches together, and her husband passed away. And I said, if you ever want me to talk to your husband, I will, and give you a message. And her and I talked a little bit, and then so time went by. She never said anything. Fine. And then she goes, I kind of would like you to talk to my husband for my daughter and me. And I said, okay, so I told her how I do it. And give me the weekend. I want you and your daughter to focus on it. It helps give me more energy. I will talk to your husband, and I will do a channeling session. I'll tape record it for you, and then you can have it. You can listen to it over and over and over. Then if you have any questions, I always say, if you have any questions, then please come back to me, and I will be glad to talk to him, because usually their energy, when I draw on it, it's around me for a while, and then I can still communicate with them. It's kind of like they hang around to see if there's any more questions that need to be asked. So it was a Saturday, and I was going through the drive-through. I felt like he was sitting, and her husband was sitting. I've never met him, never knew anything about him. And he said 3 sentences while I was at the drive-through. And I went, what? I don't understand what you're saying. What? So I called up this person, I'm not going to say her name, and I called up this person and I said, okay, before I start, I got this really vivid thing, and I'm at the drive-through, and he said this and this and this. Is this your husband? Because I wanted to validate it. And she goes, what? She goes, what? She goes, that is so him. He used to say that verbiage all the time. And I went, okay. I thought it was weird. And I thought, is that my crazy head thinking, or is it actually him? And so, okay, then I channeled him and gave it to her, and they were very appreciative of that because he had some things to say. He didn't, because he was so sick, he wasn't able to say everything he wanted to say before he left because he was so sick. And so it was fun that I was able to do that for them, and they enjoyed it a lot. So, and it was kind of just funny because I mean, he kind of swore and stuff, and I went, wow, did he used to swear a lot? And she goes, yes. So I thought that was pretty cool. So do you guys have any questions for me? Because I think I'm going to end this. So if you need me for anything, you can get a hold of me at robinhyatt@yahoo.com. What else? Oh, I did. Oops. Oh, I got frozen there for a minute. I should stop moving because this thing gets pixelated. I'm going to work on getting a different camera. I do have a video light camera, but I'll have to set it up in my front room. So I'm going to, you know me, I'm going to try to do these every Sunday, but sometimes life happens. But I enjoy being around you and communicating with you, and everything is good. So I think if we can concentrate this week on surrender. So these are the cards for this week. Surrender. I can release my needs. I can release my need to control. So think about that this week. Think about forgiveness, which is awesome because orange goes with orange. That painting, my Bella Batik 101 and Etsy, that's my theme painting, and I made magnets from it. It's really cool. I love that painting. So this is forgiveness. So think of this, just forgiving. You know, a lot of times I've had people talk to me about forgiving. And remember when I talked to you the other day where they were pulling that blackness from my heart? And then I haven't had that pain ever again. It was so awesome. That Michael, the archangel. And I think sometimes we have residue left, and you can ask to release certain things out of your body. So, and a lot of time, these things happen through meditation. So think about that. Meditation is bringing down the walls, bringing down so we can see closer through the veil to help us in our lives. And I know a lot of times it's like me, we're talking about. Oh, my computer's acting weird. But sometimes we have to make us the best that we can be before we can be the best spouses, best parents, the best people. And so I know it's all about me, but it kind of is, because when you die, yeah, you'll have family, but it's going to be about you. And I think I'm going to stop because my computer's acting weird, I think. So anyway, consider forgiveness, and then Ant Spirit. Time to collaborate. Okay, you guys, all is good. So I like my hair. I think I'm going to grow it out. I do this all the time. So peace out. You guys have a great day. Food for thought. All of this is food for thought. Listen to it over and over. I'm not the best reader because of my dyslexic, but bear with me. And I love you all. Tonight, every single one of you that is watching this, no matter now or later, tonight, They know who you are, the angels, the spirits. Ask for something, a release of something, health, mind, past, pain. Ask for it to be released tonight. And let me know how you feel the next day, or whatever happens for you the next day. Okay, you guys, peace out. I love you. Everything's good in the world. Um, and it's just kind of funny because I have, um, sometimes you're just having a great day, everything's good, and then someone will just give you a zinger, and you're going, oh, and it makes you mad, and you leave work mad, and or home mad, and you're going, and it takes so long to try to get yourself back to where you need to be. And that's the world. That's the world we live in. That's why it's so hard, because sometimes our shields are not up. And if you ever feel that you need your shields up and protection, just say shields up, because you need protection, and then refocus your mind. Peace out. Love you. See ya. Bye. I love you guys.